Raid Shadow Legends, we're back looking at Faction Wars. So Barbarians are up. I just played Barbarians tonight. I'm going to show some runs of my Barbarians after this. My shield guard is going ham on people. He's just going after one time after another, a few times, okay? Enough that it is easy to clear waves with shield guard. Now, speaking of DPS wise, there are a lot of DPS in kind of DPS-ish in Barbarians, but not a lot else. Not a lot else at all for us to use. Now, I'm only doing well because I have Valkyrie, because I have Altan. I have these two legendaries. Even if you have, what's his name? Turvold, he's just mainly a really cool attacker, but I don't think he's not going to carry you. He's not going to carry you through Faction Wars. As far as these epics go, I was going to do a chart and show you the champions that are great, but there's not that many, so I don't really need to do a chart. All these epics are pretty much terrible. 30-day login, we get her. That's good. I'll use her as a speed boost. You'll see her in my team in just a minute. That's fine. She does an AoE attack. She also decreases speed, and she has a speed lead. So good. We'll use High Katoon. We get her as a 30-day login. Everybody has her. No problem. As far as the rest of these, this girl can do a killing blow and bring somebody back to life just like Altan can if she gets the killing blow. Now, Altan can do it on all his attacks, so it's much easier. This one can do it on all her attacks as well. I stand corrected. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can only do it on that one attack, and then you see the rest of her abilities. You know, whatever. These are all DPSers. She doesn't have enough health to sustain anything. Even if you wanted to, there's no reason to use her. Use Shield Guard. Use these other ones. Okay, so now that we've looked at, I did a review on her at level 60, fully maxed out, geared. She's terrible, terrible, terrible. 2 AoEs on a 4-turn cooldown. We just had her as a Shakira as a fusion, and she's not the greatest. She's okay. Even if you had her and her sister and they could come back to life, maybe it would be all right if they were both 60 and you really decked them out, because she's got 2 AoEs on a 4-turn cooldown, and then her sister's got not an AoE, but you know, comparable stuff. I think she has attack one enemy. She does have 1 AoE here on a 5-turn cooldown. We're talking about an insane amount of epic books. Look at that. Look at how many epic books this one epic takes. It's ridiculous the amount of epic books we get in this game, and then look at how many. They need to really go back through and look at this kind of stuff. But regardless, we don't need, these epics aren't going to change our lives whatsoever. Here's what I would go for. This girl right here, Marked. Marked is really good. 3-turn cooldown, gives us a block buffs, has a 2-turn of 60% increased defense. That is really good for a rare. Look at her HP. It's way up there. We're going to keep her alive. We're going to keep buffing our team up. We're going to attack all enemies on a 3-turn cooldown. So she's got to attack all enemies on a 3-turn cooldown, increase buffs to us, increase our defense 60% for 2 turns, and give us a buff blocks for 1 turn. That's fine. And then she decreases defense here on this attack as well, and has an AoE on a 3-turn cooldown. I don't really care about the decreased accuracy. It can help out so that the enemies don't hit you. And then on top of that, she's got a Faction War increased defense. This girl is stacked. She is far better than any of these epics up there, team comp wise, to help us go through there. Now, War Maiden, I've got her on my team. Fantastic. She can do small poison, whatever else. I got her as the fastest. I'm just going to make her survivable. 3-turn cooldown, does the AoE 60% decreased defense. That's great. Now, we also have, who else would I have here? So we also have Sentinel. Sentinel can do a provoke. He can do AoE. He'll heal himself per turn, which is really handy, because anybody we use in Barbarians, nobody has any kind of heals. Nobody has any kind of real revive that you can just cast and get a revive. We are so limited in Barbarians. Barbarians really need to get a good champion here. They need to get shared damage. They need to get heals. They need to get like a Varask type champion. Like I said before, give us a Thanazel, give us a Nizana, give us a rear guard sergeant. We need to have something put in here to really help out these guys with Barbarians. As far as everything else, they're really just kind of attack classes in here. That's it. I've got my shield guard in here. He does the remove a debuff. He does the AoE, which if he procs a skill cooldown, he will do an AoE again in AoE the people. If not, he'll just take another turn and hit them with the decreased speed, hopefully. I mean, and he's based off of defense damage, so there's just no reason not to have shield guard. When you look at the options you have here for Barbarians in Faction Wars, there's really no reason not to have a shield guard. He's amazing. You'll see him in my team. As far as anybody else goes in here, maybe the Zephyr Sniper, which is off of defense, we could get her in here doing AoEs, and we could get her in here doing this small increase healing, continuous healing of 7.5%, but it's on a 4-turn cooldown. It's only for 1 turn. It's really limited. Yeah, she does the AoE, but I mean, Decrease the cooldown, I guess, is pretty cool. To increase cooldown of a random skill on each target by 1 turn. I guess that could be really good because look, she's got a 30% chance to do that, and she does it AoE. So that's not too bad, but this heal is pretty laughable. I wish it was better. So that's it. Let me know your thoughts. What are you using for Barbarians? What do you think about Barbarians? Do you think these picks, Marked, War Maiden, Shield Guard, those are the ones I'm going for. Those are the ones I am recommending to you guys. High Katoon, and then whoever else you can get in here. We're going to need a lot of lifesteal. We're going to need some help, just like a lot of other factions need lifesteal. So I'm really hoping Polarium is now looking at this segmented, right? I hope they're looking at everything as a faction. What can we do to improve? So when they bring out new champions, I hope it's just not like, oh, here's some new champions, and they didn't take any thought into where they go in faction wars. If they don't do that, it's going to be very sad. They really, whoever's designing them, and you know, they have an idea for a champion. They have these set skills. Okay, this will make a cool champion. It doesn't mean they have a place for it. They don't know what faction they want to throw it in. They don't know even what affinity they want to make it. They could make it whatever they want. They have these set skills. They know they're good. They know that, hey, this will make a cool champion. This will make a cool champion for epic. This will make a cool rare one. Where do you want to put it next? Well, I hope they're looking at it and saying, hey, we need to put it in Barbarians for this. We need to put it in whatever else to support, help them out. I really do, because we're going to need that kind of help in some of these factions very badly. So it's Saturday night for me. Cheers. If you're going to drink, drink responsibly always. So let's get into these Barbarians. These are the battles I did just tonight with Barbarians. Now, we're about to face 2 Kruchaxas, 2 Anithwi Blood Twins. Drexlar Blood Twins, and whatever that new xylophone guy's name is, whatever it is. So you'll see my Shield Guard is going in here and doing a lot of damage on these waves, even on these higher waves. Next week or in a couple days, whenever it rotates back to Barbarians, of course, it's random. Tomorrow will not be Barbarians. That's all they've ever said, is that it will not repeat. But the day after it could be Barbarians. So we'll have to see. I would like to see when Shield Guard is going to start having problems with his AoE. There's no better options. There really isn't any better options to get consistent AoE out of Barbarians than Shield Guard, I feel. And plus, he's defense based, so he can do all that damage and stay alive, not be targeted as much. And if he is targeted, he's not going to take a lot of damage. Not as much damage as somebody like what's her name, War Maiden, or somebody else like that. So he's just a great addition to this. So let's see what we have. So we're attacking the xylophone guy, whatever his name is, something Fawn, and we got our AoE going down. Crit on everybody, so we're taking an additional turn with him. I think we got a crit on almost everybody in there. So we've got Altan, we've got Valkyrie, so for me it is much easier. If I didn't have Altan and Valkyrie, even though right now they're not playing a big role, later on I think they're going to play a huge role. Right now, it wouldn't matter who I had as long as I can get the decreased defense and I can have Shield Guard, because Shield Guard is geared really well and Altan is geared very well. The rest of these 3 don't have very much, you know, they're not good gear at all. I just put random gear. I wanted to make sure that my War Maiden was fastest so that she could come in and do the decreased defense first. And then that's it. Other than the gear-wise for High Katoon, for Valkyrie, I just kind of threw on what I had. I'm not really going in yet and minimize and maximize. There we go. There we go. Shield Guard is taking it out. I think this is stage 10. We'll see in a second. So stage 10 isn't bad for Barbarians because all I needed was a 1 good DPSer and we're good to go. Yeah, that was 10. So look, not bad at all for 10. I don't think we can do 11. We don't have 3 keys, right? Let's see what it says. No, we can do 11. All right. So 11 is not going to be, I don't think 11 is going to be a problem as well. So remember, when we're going through here and doing faction wars, even if, as long as we can get past 14 boss, right? We've got a boss at 7, we got a boss at 14, and a boss at 21. If we can get past that 14 boss, doing waves won't be a problem, I don't think. I think they might be hard, yes. They might be really tuned hardly, but I think once we get past that 14 boss, we can get up to 21 by kind of cheesing it out, by doing artifacts that stun, by doing artifacts that provoke, as long as we can keep our health up and we don't need the lifesteal artifacts right away. But if we have enough people, because then we're just facing waves, right? We're just facing 3 waves of normal champions. If we can stun them all, we can stun them all. We can do that with artifacts. We can do that with masteries, can help us in the defense mastery to get a higher % chance to stun off those artifacts at the 6th tier in the defense mastery. If we have to use those, we can use those. Whatever it takes to get through, because then we don't have to worry about a boss Excuse me. And then I'm sure at these higher levels, we're going to get really good rune drops. We just are. There's no doubt about it. We're going to get 6-star, we're going to get 5-star at least rune drops at really high stages without the boss. I'm sure of it. I'm sure we even have it. I would think that these stages would be set up just like the stages we do in Dragons and everything else, that at 21 we get a 5 and 6-star guaranteed, and then at 20 and below there's going to be chances for us to get a 4, 5, or 6-star. So we're going to have a chance to get a 6-star, and 4 and 5 is still going to be very good, so it's not a problem. I had 2 keys left. We couldn't go any further, unfortunately, so we had to drop back down and do a stage we already did just to go ahead and use our keys, right? Because we use them or we lose them, because tomorrow we get 12 new keys, 2 new crypts. So you go ahead and use the keys, whatever you have, drop down and use those keys, and let's run it through it. So this isn't going to be hard at all. But right when we're done with this, we're going to clip back over to me saying goodbye, and then that's it. We'll be done for this clip. So let me know again about your barbarians. What do you think? Did I miss anybody? Did I miss that little barbarian girl with veil that does the 7.5 healing? Sure, 2-turn cooldown, 2 turns, but I don't know. I think you're better off using somebody else probably and just going with lifesteal gear. If you have to use her, you could use her. War Maiden. Who else did we have? Oh yeah, there's the little me. Little mini me is popping back up in this video. Hey, little head me. Or you could use, you want to use Marked, you want to use War Maiden, you want to use Shield Guard, High Katoon, and then somebody else in there if you want to. But I don't know about that one girl. I can't remember her name. Hill Nomad. Okay, guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts on these barbarians. What are you using? What did I miss? Did I miss something in here that is really good to use for barbarians? If I did, let us all know. We'll all read the comments. I'll tell everybody about it, and we'll go from there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you all in the next video.